How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Montpellier career mode. As you can see, we've got a game against Stade de Reims, or Rem. I listened to the pronunciation and still have no idea. So we're up against this team, and I still haven't fixed the flashing in the menus. For some reason, it fixes itself and then it just starts flashing again. So apologies for that. I'll try not to be on the main menu too much because it only seems to be on that. As you can see, the team's going to be exactly the same for this game, and I have also decided what I'm going to do in terms of transfers. I think we need another centre-back, definitely, probably a left-footed one, and possibly maybe sell Congre. I know he's been here a while, but he's already declined by one. Maybe it's time to move him on if he's not going to be starting, so maybe replace him as well with another centre-back. So two centre-backs possibly. Right back, I think I've solved it. Sambia, I've converted to playing right wing back. He seems pretty good. I'm happy with him as cover. So we've got two sort of young players that can cover in our wing back roles. Other than that, I think maybe one, maybe two more centre mids, because now we've lost Sambia, we're going to be losing Latalek as a centre back, and we've only got Ben Charmer there who can really cover. Adiev, I'd hope to loan out. So I don't know, maybe when Latalek becomes a centre back, maybe only one. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know a lot, but I think I'll know when I see a centre-back and see a midfielder. Other than that, I've been rambling a bit. We're going up against Stade de Reims, and hopefully we can get our second win of the season. Here we go. There's our lineup. Same lineup as last time out. Omlin in goal. Back five is exactly the same. Midfield of Chatar, Savanier and Mollet. A little bit further forward, and then you've got Delors and Laborde, two very informed strikers. Delors with 3 assists, Laborde with 4 goals in their last game. So will be interesting to see how well they do in this one. I hope it's not going to be too easy. If it becomes a point where it is too easy, I'll turn competitor mode off and go on to some other YouTubers and see what sliders they're using and use the same, because it's nice winning, but it's not necessarily as fun if I'm winning every game and win the league in my first season. So we'll see how it goes for now. I won't mention it until it becomes an actual problem. There was Reims' lineup. It looked pretty good. There's not a lot of players in there I know. The goalkeeper I know is a pretty solid one, and I think Donis on the right hand side is a pretty pacey man, so I'll have to watch out for him. Dia on the ball, edge of the area. Dingome. Dia again. More skills. I love the idea of competitor mode, but this is a little bit ridiculous, as they've eventually played it around me. And keeper doesn't move. There we go. We've been punished for defending poorly, and they take the lead. That's a nice close-up of his face there. They take the lead in under 15 minutes. I was complaining about them doing too many skills, but it flummoxed me there. Nice turn. That's a really nice shot there, as Omlin just does not dive. I suppose he saw it late, maybe. I'm giving excuses for him. That's probably could have at least dived for it. They're going to get another chance here if we don't tackle him, which we do with Hilton. Maybe this could be our little break here, as Laborde can play it forward into Delors. And he's going to get past Marisic. There's no chance he's catching up with Delors here. Ball in, and that is a fantastic bit of play by our two strikers, as Laborde gets caught up with the post there, but a fantastic bit of play here. Waits for him as he gets in the box, just chips it in. A nice little diving header to make sure that goes into the bottom corner. That was a little bit close. That was a little bit close, and they're going to get a chance here, and they're going to score. I thought I might have been offside, but played onside from the corner from one of our defenders who was too slow to get back into shape, and Dia gets himself another goal in this game. It's a nice bit of defending from Hilton, showing his experience. Plays it in, Malay. Out wide it is Suke from right wing back. I'm going to take the shot here. Oh, just about missed. Delors. Back into Mollet. To Delors, who can take the shot, but it's saved by the goalkeeper. There we go. Win it back. Mollet gets it into Laborde. And that is a fantastic ball through to Delors. Perfectly weighted pass. And surely he's going to score this. It's his first goal of the season for the Algerian striker. And we are back on level terms for the second time today. It's nice. We've won it back there straight from kickoff. A chance here for the two to link up. Oh, that's a really nice pass into Delors. Surely he's got this. He hasn't. Can't believe he's missed it. And Mole with the follow-up really should have done much better. Just couldn't get his feet sorted.
Players just love to play. Give them a game any day of the week. That should be a belter.
Oh, we've just tackled my own man. Oh, and Zambia couldn't get to it. And that is 3-2. Poor defending from me. Just poor defending. And that is really, really poor from us. Zambia nearly got there. But it's a good goal in the end. And that is 3-2 to our opponents. One final sub. Going to take off Mole. He just hasn't had a great game today. And going to try out Stephanie Mavididi. I believe this is his debut for us into Laborde. He just can't get his feet sorted, but maybe Delors can as he gets it into Mavididi. Can stop. Can play it in, but oh, it's not where I wanted it. We win it back with Hilton. Nice. Ball over the top. Defender's made a mistake. Laborde. Surely he's got this. Oh, it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Mavididi, surely. Come on. Come on. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Oh my god. Savanier. Surely. He's got this. No! I can't believe we've just missed it. Another save from the keeper. Oh, we had the chance at the end there to just take it from them. Well, we had the chances. It's a real shame we didn't pick up the win here because we were probably the better team. Yes, possession, we were pretty poor, but when we had possession, we created more chances, and yeah, it's definitely a disappointing result, that, I have to be honest. Right, okay, so before the next game, we have a possibility of signing a player. So I've got 4 centre-backs on my list. I think I would like Giannetti. He looks good. He's quite quick, physically strong and good in the tackle. But it would mean I'd have to buy him, and I think if I was going to buy him, I would definitely be selling Congre. Whereas these 3 centre-backs, I'm thinking of signing either Mauri on loan or Barbosa or House on a permanent signing. Now, Courtney House is a little bit lower rated, but he is a little bit quicker. Not that much quicker. They're all pretty slow players. You know, acceleration, sprint speed are not their best stats, but they are all very physically strong players. I think they probably suit our style of play in the back line, and they're all left-footed. That's the main thing I was sort of looking for. I think probably the difference is the amount of money they're going to cost me. Courtney House wouldn't cost me an awful lot of money. 72 rated, probably might grow to 74, 75 a push with the right sort of training. He is 25 though, but could be quite good. Pablo Mari's just moved to Arsenal. Realistically, they're probably not wanting to sell him, but I know I can loan him. It would let me delegate to loan, which would be sort of nice. And Barbosa is Argentinian. Would make probably the most sense in signing him. You know what? I'm going to go with Barbosa. I think I'm going to try and sign him. 3.6 million is his valuation. We might be able to do a deal here. 4.9. Genuinely my final offer. There we go. And they've accepted. So that's good. I think this is probably the best signing. It makes the most sense. He's South American. Okay, so we're at the stage where pretty much this is a very good contract. 13 grand a week. Only £1,000 more than what he wants. Not a lot of signing bonus. He's going to be pretty cheap. And okay, 14,500. Fine. No problem with that. Barbosa joins us, and he has a real face in the game. I think I'm quite happy with this signing. He ticks off one of our objectives to sign 2 South American players. Okay, so here he is. 20 for his shirt number. I think that's fair enough. Obviously, real face. 25 years old. You've seen a lot of his stats. Left-footed. Looks like a real monster. I'm not sure what would be the best for his development plan. Probably working on that pace. I think improving his pace, probably his defensive awareness. I mean, actually, will being a defensive centre-back do that? No, it won't. Sweeper would improve that. I think stopper, although his physical stats are already fantastic. Now, you know what? I think we'll go stopper, see how he goes with that, and maybe then switch over to something like defensive centre-back once he's worked on that. I think that probably makes the most sense to go with. Okay, so I accidentally pressed live sim match, which I'm still getting used to the menus in FIFA. It'll take me some time to get used to being super smooth with all the transitions, but we're into the next game. It is up against Nimes, and I believe this is a derby match, as I said at the start of the episode. They've got a pretty... I was going to say a good team. I don't think they do. I think their team is pretty poor. It's not the best in the league. We should be winning this game. Doesn't matter that we're away from home and it's a derby match. It'll be a good one, but this is a game we should be winning.
Not an especially strong challenge.
That's nice play. That's really nice play. Fantastic stuff from Mole. Finally, I said at the start of the career mode he was going to be one of our best. And he's finally scored a goal. Third game it's taken him to get on the score sheet for in Ligue 1. But it's a good goal. Really nice team play. And just the defence was broken apart. Really good goal. 1-0. That's a nice little ball into Molle. He's got a chance. Stops. Turns. Fantastic. Just beautiful. And maybe I should be looking at changing the difficulty here a bit because... Oh, no. I need to stop talking about changing the difficulty. We're going to go into a few games and we're going to see how it goes, but has been a little bit easy to break down Nimes. I did say they weren't a great team. I think it's probably showing. And Laborde can get it through to Delors, and he's just got far too much pace for the defence to catch up with him. And he can't finish. Good save from the goalkeeper there. Oh. Okay. Didn't aim there, but that's cool. Cool. That is not a bad chance, and it's a goal for Nimes. They pull one back. It's finding it really difficult to keep clean sheets. Even if they don't really offer too much of a threat, they do always score a little bit in this, the AI. And that is a very interesting goal from Nimes. Not an awful lot of pressure here, but they managed to pass it around nicely. I pull my players out of position, and they go ahead and pull one back. This might not be as simple as I thought this game would be. Oh no, that's a good save there by Omlin. Did not see that man running through there. Mole. Little dinked ball over for Laborde, who can take the wrong touch. Delors. Plays it in behind Laborde. Not known for his pace. Can pass it across to Delors. And that's 3-1. And now there's no chance, I think, for Nimes to get back into this. Really nice goal from us. And I think that is definitely curtains for Nimes. Oh, I've taken him out. That's not good from me. That's really poor. Yellow card for Oyongo. It's not his fault though. I just had the wrong man selected. Took him out. Just... Oh, poor decision making from me. And it's going to be a penalty for Nimes to get back into the game, really. Unless Omlin can perform some sort of heroics here and save a penalty. I'm not very good at saving penalties, to be honest. I'm going to go left. I meant right. Never mind. I'm not very good at my lefts and rights, but he went left. And Nimes score with Nulon Roux, I believe that is. So that is back to 1-goal deficit for Nimes. Oh, they've played advantage very well there. A really good save by Omlin. Double sub here just at the 70-minute mark. Mavididi and Koza coming on for Delors and Oyongo. That's a really good pass from Nimes, and they get back in the game 3-all. What a game for neutrals to watch this. This has been a really interesting game. Second half, we've not really been at it. And it is back on level terms. Really nice bit of play here. Pass that just split us open. Barbosa, I tried to take him out to stop the pass early, couldn't do that. And it's a really nice goal there, really well taken. Mavadidi dropped a bit deeper to try and do something here. Mollet. That's a nice chance here. Mavadidi to get his first goal for the club, and he does. 4-3. And Mavadidi. Well, I said he dropped deeper to get the ball. Nobody seemed to track his run going further forward. And he's just left in so much space. Look at the amount of space he's left in. And what a way to get your first goal for the club. As he scores in a crucial game. We do not want to lose to our rivals. What a goal that is. Fantastic stuff. Well, that was certainly an action-packed filled game. What a performance that was. I think Nimes really did come out in the second half and perform much better than they were in the first half. Did we deserve to edge it? I don't know. I think probably a draw would have been more fair. But it's about taking your chances, and we certainly did that. A lot of goals I'm noticing are going to be scored in career mode this year. It seems, well, at least in my career mode, it looks like my defending is pretty poor, but it looks like the AI is not so great at defending either. So my scout reports have come back on most of the players. I think I wanted to get a signing done as soon as possible. So I think I'm going to sign one first team centre mid. I would absolutely love to sign Camavinga. 17 years old, already 76 rated. I'd imagine in a lot of career modes people would love to sign him. I don't think I could stretch my transfer budget to sign him. Even if I could, I'd have to probably include a player in that deal. I just don't think that's really feasible, sadly. So as much as I'd love to sign him, I think we're going to have to give him a miss this time. And then it comes down to probably two signings. I think I might sign Domingue no matter what. He looks like a really solid player. Very well rounded. 70 overall. Would probably provide a bit of sort of competition in that centre mid to sort of defensive centre mid role. Possibly. I may have a think about him, but I think my last two options I have for a permanent sort of current centre mid that's going to play in that spot most of the season. Brian Haynen, Belgian centre mid. Pretty much your standard box-to-box midfielder. A little bit similar to Savanier in what we have. He's sort of a taller player, not as mobile, and looks pretty good. Belgian, so would speak the language. I would imagine he looks like a good player. Or we sign another South American in Lucas Minozi, 5'7", much shorter, medium work rates. I would sign him as more of a defensive-minded midfielder, so he would probably sit back a little bit more and just do the dirty work, winning the ball back and getting the ball moving forward. He's much more physically capable, much better agility and balance, much better at sort of sprinting away, better stamina, not quite as strong as Haynen would be, but then again, defensively and passing-wise would be a better player. He would cost us a little bit more, but not an awful lot more, I don't think. So I think I'm going to go in for Lucas Minozi. I would love to buy both of them. However, we don't have space for both of them. So I think we're going to try and see if we can get a deal with them. See if they'd want a player, maybe. But we're just going to go straight in with... I think I'm just going to offer straight up 6.5 million and see what San Lorenzo want. They want 8.4. Now, we obviously have just about enough to afford this deal, but it wouldn't leave us much money to do with anything in January. Okay, 8.4. Maybe they might want our striker, Untitled. I'm not particularly interested in keeping him. So how about 7 million plus him? 17%, 15% sell-on clause as well. But again, he's 27. I think with older players, I don't mind too much adding a sell-on clause. And they've actually said that's okay. Now, I know that was probably adding a bit too much value to that deal, but realistically, Untitled is on some sort of wage, it would decrease our wage budget, and he's not going to get played. So he's just taking up a space for no reason, really. So I'm perfectly happy to move him on and see if we can get this deal done. Now, he's going to want an important first team role, obviously. I don't know his overall. I would assume 75, maybe. I don't know. Important first team role, contract length of 4 years, absolutely no problem with that. I'll take him till he's 31. No release clause, which is even better. And 17 grand, I will take away that bonus and maybe add an extra £1,000 or something like that, and I'm sure he'll accept that. Okay, 18,500. Easy as you like. Welcome to the club, Lucas Minozi. Okay, so here he is. Obviously just signed him. Given him the number 21 shirt. He was assigned number 7, but I don't like number 7 on a central midfielder. I'm a bit weird like that. So here he is, looks really good. I'm already training him to be a centre midfielder instead of a CDM because we're going to be playing him in centre mid. So that'll take a couple of weeks. And I mean, he looks very good. 75 overall. Very decent on the ball. Good in the pass. Good at passing. Pretty damn quick. Good stamina. Love players with big stamina. And yeah, worth £6 million. I'm perfectly happy with that signing. And with that signing, it actually completes one of our brand exposures. So obviously we've done the South American one with the 2 centre-backs we signed, but we signed another South American just in case. And we've also completed it for the financial goals. 5 out of 5. We've not spent all of our budget yet, but we've signed 3 important players and sold 2. So that's all good. Just need to try and spend the budget. If we haven't at the end of the season, I'll just buy some scouts or something. So that's all done. Pretty good news. It means the board will be even more happy with me. Right, final game of the episode. We are up against Dijon. Dijon? I don't know. I'm really going to struggle. I don't know why I chose to manage a team in France, but we're up against them, and that's the team we're going with. A couple of rotations in there. Mavadidi came to me and asked to start. Letalek is complaining, or what is probably going to complain about not starting, so I decided to bring him in, and Koza is also in. That's pretty much all the changes I made. I've got a couple of players on the bench that I might just bring on to make them a little bit happier, but we are going to start this game and sim it because we're at home, and well, we just scored there. Molle gets another goal, scored 2 in the last game. Nice little ball into Delors there, takes the shot. What a goal that would have been, just inside the box. And Delors picks up another goal. Could be a chance for Dijon. Ball in, and it is a goal. Asale gets himself a goal, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to make my subs at this point, as we are just going to hold up possession hopefully and sit this win out. Never mind, Mavadidi scores just before the end of the game. We make our subs, and that is definitely now going to be the end of the game. 3-1 to us in the end, and this is a really good result for us. Okay, transfer deadline day. No business for us, I think. I've had a look at the squad, and I think I'm quite happy with the deals we've done. I think I'm going to hold off and wait to see how our youth academy players develop before signing somebody. But I just thought I'd take you through all of the deals that the clubs in our league have done. So there's Monaco's deals. I won't go through every single one, but Monaco, you've got St Etienne. They've brought in a few players there. 20 million spent. 9 million spent for Angers. Obviously, Dolly was one of our players going to them for around about nearly 2 million, I think. There's Dion spending 8.5 million. No players sold. Then we've got Lorient. I really need to try and learn how to pronounce some of these names. There's Metz, not a lot spent from them, not an awful lot spent by Nantes. I'd imagine a lot of that is spent on lasagna. Then we've got Lille spending 31 million. We've obviously spent 21.9 million. 9 million of players have also left the club. There's Nimes, 9 million spent, and then you've got Nice spending a fair amount, selling Cyprien, which is interesting. I wonder where he went. There's Lyon spending, Lascelles, Gunter and Neuhaus, with Marcelo Dembele and Depay leaving. 106 million, wow, that's a lot of money in. There's Marseille's signings. Obviously we know Giroud was signed for 10 million. And 68 million sold. So they've sold a lot of players there. A lot of deadwood they might have wanted to get rid of. PSG, casual, 137 million. Pocket change for them. And there's Lens with 12.3 million spent. Stade Rennais have spent around about the same as what they've made. Actually, they've made a bit of profit. Stade Brest have spent 7 million on players. Stade de Reims have only spent 5.6. They've really not strengthened, even though they've sold 35 million pounds worth of players. Strasbourg have spent a fair amount of money, but mainly the money they've made from players. And then we're back to Monaco. Now, some of the big deals, there are some huge transfers that went through in total at the not on transfer deadline day, but throughout the transfer window. Milinkovic-Savic, the biggest deal, £105 million Lazio got for him. And he is a good player, but 105 million, is that really how much we're spending nowadays? But there you go, there's some other ones. Jose Gaya, Memphis Depay, Goretzka going to Liverpool. That's a huge signing for them. I'm not sure if the Thiago deal is actually through on this database that I had. So if it hasn't, that's a big signing for them. It would be big anyway. Kyle Walker going to Bayern. Jamie Vardy going to Man United. De Vrij going to Man United as well. Lacazette going to Liverpool. Now I've obviously got loose transfers on, so there might be a few unrealistic transfers in here, but it makes the career mode a bit interesting. Lots and lots of signings here. So it looks like Bellarabi's gone to Man United instead of Sancho. And Davinson Sanchez going to Brighton. Marlon going to Leipzig with Felipe Anderson joining him. And David Alaba going to Real Madrid. Sergi Roberto going to Barcelona. My God, Liverpool must have a stacked team. Well, any other big transfers? I mean, obviously in real life, Guendouzi is looking to leave Arsenal, so that's probably sort of actually a realistic one. Shaqiri going to Sevilla, and the final one, Perisic going to Lazio. Then here are our signings in this window. Obviously, Ferry leaving the club. 3 signings of Alderete, Minozi and Barbosa, all South American. And then the rest are just outgoings of these 3 players here. So not as many players as I'd wanted to go out. I don't think we actually even managed to loan a single player, which is a little bit annoying. No, we didn't. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We've got some players here that we don't really want to be at the club, but I suppose we're going to have to try and get them in, starting some games, maybe some simmed matches or some cup games hopefully coming up. But that is going to be the squad. I might change the training in between this episode and next episode, see if any players have sort of adapted to be able to learn a new position. We'll have to see in the next episode, but that is how today's episode is going to end. I'm going to leave the scout report for the next episode, I think, or am I? No, I'm not. I'll show us the scout reports. This is how our current academy is looking. Not great, but some interesting players in there, I suppose, and we'll have a look at what we've got from our scout report. First one back, so Auguste Joly, I'm glad we didn't get rid of him. Looks pretty good. Valentin Brion does not look so good, so we'll get rid of him. Gaspard Barbet, not bad, looks decent. Cousin does not. Martial, now this is the player I was looking for. He looks like a solid player, looks good. Fontaine doesn't. Robin doesn't. Adrian Brelot, or Brawl? Don't know, looks good anyway. Bring him in, and Lucas Barbier doesn't look good either. So have a quick check at some of those players. And we've completed the youth development targets with that as well. So that's good news. So don't have to worry about doing that at all. And I may as well go and do this now. A loan to buy. I'll tell you what, if I'll sort that out in the next episode. If that goes through or not, I don't really want to sell him. We'll have a look. We'll have a see. We'll have a think about that in the next episode anyway. So that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed watching. Do leave a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And leave me some comments if you got to the end of this. Leave me some comments if you want to see some certain players signed for Montpellier. If you want us to see us sign some high potential players, or even just some players that would be a bit more realistic in January, leave us a comment down below and I'll see what I can do about signing that. Obviously, my transfer budget isn't amazing, but I could always sell a big player and bring in somebody that may improve on that role. So that is going to be the end of the episode though, and I'll see you in the next episode. So thanks for watching and goodbye.